So I'm with Spurs legend Michael Dawson. Michael, Ange Postecoglou, what do you think?
Very positive. I think I've said it very openly on Sky. I think it's, look, we've been in a position where it had to change. And you look, I think it's very familiar to 2014.
Yeah,
I do. I look back to when Poch came in. You know, it's probably, it's going to take a little bit of time. We know that, and unfortunately managers don't get time, but I think he will. You know, he's going to put a stamp, change formation. We know, and I've certainly seen what he's done in Japan, in Australia, and most recently at Celtic. I think he did a great job up there. This is an even bigger challenge, in my opinion, coming to the Premier League, which is tough, but I'm very excited, very positive. We're certainly going to see attacking football. That is something that I can pretty much guarantee.
Over this past week or so, the positivity, even amongst the fans, seems to be back now, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look, when you look back to when Jose came in, we were all very positive.
Yeah.
When Antonio came in, we were very positive. Unfortunately, it just didn't work. That wasn't for the lack of trying, certainly from the board and Daniel. They went out and got managers that had won everything. It just didn't work. So, as I say, it's very, very similar to 2014, and I wish him and the group of players all the best. And being here at Yorkshire Spurs, fans who travel all over the country, let's hopefully it's a positive one. It's going to be tough because the Premier League, I say, week in, week out, is the best league in the world, and it never gets any easier. People keep improving, clubs keep improving, so we'll certainly do that. And as I say, hopefully Ange can do that as well.
Michael, Vicario and of course Maddison have come in. What will they bring for Tottenham?
Well, James Maddison, I'm a massive fan. I always have been since, you know, I played against him. He was at Norwich and I was at Hull City. Fantastic player.
We should have signed him then.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Well, he scored a few goals against me when I played against him. So, no, I think you see what he did for Leicester. Now, this is, yes, Chip. This is another step up for him. You know, we're all going to expect big things from him. You see him on in the England squad, and now he's coming to a great football club. You know, he's a creativity player. He'll get on the board, he'll try ball and try and start attacks, and he'll give him a little time. Always moving, I always say this. Different players from all over the world come. It takes time. James Maddison knows the Premier League.
Yeah.
But we've got to be patient. We've got to give him that time. Unfortunately, we don't get time in football, so he'll want to hit the ground running like every other player, every other team in the country.
Vicario, you happy with him?
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, it's this talk about coming to a different environment, getting settled. Now every club play a liaison to help you get settled in, to find you somewhere to live. You know, and it's a new challenge for him. He's going to have to talk about James Maddison knowing the Premier League. He doesn't, so he's going to have to give him a chance. You know, Hugo's still there, and Fraser as well, so he'll be competing, and time will tell whether he'll be number one. Only Ange knows that. It's hard for an outset. You look when the pre-season game starts, you start to get a little bit more of an inkling who's in his plans and who's not, because we can all speculate at this moment in time. But it's a clean slate for every single player in that building.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe ones that where the door was a little bit open. Maybe it's closed and you're staying and you knuckle down, and a new manager sees something in them maybe that hasn't gone so well for previous managers.
Michael, lastly, what will be a successful season for Tottenham, and what will Ange Postecoglou be aiming for next season?
Well, we'll be certainly looking to improve on last year. Last year was so disappointing. There's no hiding that. You know, for someone who works for the football club and a fan of football, we didn't expect to see Spurs where they are. But this can happen. I said it's the best league in the world. Top four, in my opinion, is realistic. That's what we've got to be our challenge. We were in it 12 months ago, and we've got to try and get back into it. I've said there's plenty of other teams are after that challenge. Absolutely. And after the same thing. So it's one of those, you just can only focus on what you can affect, and Ange will be doing that, and that's getting the group of players up to the way he wants them to play, with the intensity and attacking, free-flowing football that we saw at Celtic.
Yeah.
I think at times in the Premier League you will have to bring your full-backs in, and you're maybe not going to be as expansive as what you were up in Scotland, and do that because you can get hurt, because we've got some of the best teams in the world, arguably, for me, the best team in Man City, so that'll probably have to change a little bit. But then when you can take the game to the opposition, then I certainly see him doing that.
Michael, thank you so much. Come on, you Spurs.